Hey guys, I'm Tamika and welcome to Mika Tart, the show that promises to be fun, entertaining and lighthearted. So, I was thinking about road stare. And yes, you may not be accustomed to that word because I made it up myself. So the road stare is when you're driving and someone probably bad drive you. And then you drive up to the person, slow down, look on them, and stare. What is a stare supposed to do? What is that? I feel like this stare is so unnecessary. So I was driving and a man looked at me and stare, and I'm like, okay, so what exactly does your stare mean? I'd love to hear. Comment below. Let me know what is your road stare for. From television anchor to spokesperson of one of Jamaica's premier housing institution, the National Housing Trust, I'm happy to have on the channel Dwayne Berbick.
Hi, Tamika.
Hi. So it's the man with the biceps. I'm glad to see them out today.
Well, you just gonna start like that.
Write it.
Okay. Yeah.
I've been seeing the comments online, the girls saying, oh, the biceps, they have their own area code. The chest has its own chesty, all of that.
I knew I should have worn a long sleeve shirt, but yeah, why hide them?
Exactly. Why hide them? So you've had a lot of great experiences and opportunities. You were awarded the UWI Principal Scholarship for Excellence. You're a Kaiser Fellow. You won the Prime Minister's Youth Award of Excellence. But there is one thing I believe you made up.
Which one?
The J.N. Carrimack Award for Outstanding Television Production. I've never heard of that before, and I went to Carrimack. Some feel like I make up the one.
That's the one I could not fake. Why? Because the actual output for that, it was a public service announcement I did, a PSA I did as part of my final year production, Boys Get an Education. It was actually on TV for years. So that's the one I could not make up because there's proof for it.
Okay. And how did you feel when you heard that you would have won that award, that you won that award?
I wasn't sure what it meant. Because you're in school, you're a student, you at all times you try to put your best foot forward. But I think it's when it started airing on television and people would go, but that's your voice. And your classmates would go, but I saw you worked on that, it's made it on TV. And I go, oh, I guess. But initially it was just another class project that I just put my best in.
Yeah, that's really good though. And from there, you went to work at CVM, and you were one of their youngest television anchors?
Yes.
How old were you?
I started reading news at CVM, I believe, when I went to CVM June, so I would have been 22.
Wow.
I would not have started reading. My birthday is July, so I would have probably been 23 at the time I started, because I would have spent some time to understand the newsroom culture, get into their way of presenting and all of that before I actually started presenting on air.
That was your first job working at CVM? That was
my second job. I actually started at RJR Group on cable division on JNN, straight out of university. I would have spent a little over a year there, and then I moved over to CVM.
All right, walk me through the first time you were presenting on TV, like the first time you were reading news.
A hot mess. It was a hot mess. I mean, it's a bundle of nerves. They tell you it's just look at the camera and pretend you're talking to what? Lies. There are hundreds of thousands of people watching. On cable, it wasn't so bad because I knew the viewership was smaller. I was younger. There was room for error. There was room to make mistakes, to correct. And I had great tutelage. I remember Carol Francis, she one day just came into the newsroom at Jane and said, "You're going to read news?" And I go,
wow.
Nope, not a part of my journey, not interested. And she was persistent.
So you weren't interested
I
at
wasn't
all?
interested. At Carmack, I enjoyed having a camera in my hand. I thought that was far more powerful, being able to tell a story through the videography. I loved that. So in university, you wouldn't find me being the anchor on our class projects. You wouldn't find me being the reporter. You'll always find me behind the camera. So when she said it, I was like, nah, not interested. But she was persistent, and she took me into the studio one day, and she said, okay, let's see what you look like on air. And I go, are you serious? And she goes, yeah, you're going to read news. I'm tired of doing this. You're going to read news.
Oh gosh.
And that was the first time I knew what a teleprompter was, but that was the first time I was using a teleprompter. So of course, when the words are scrolling up, this is me.
Oh dear.
And true novice, but she was great. And after a week, she said, okay, I think you're ready. Let's see you go live at this. And let's try it out and see what you look like, and then we can fix anything after. I guess I've been trying it out since, because after that second week when she said, let's start now, I've not stopped.
But that was so quick based on when you'd be getting a little training to just transitioning to right in the spotlight.
A week.
Yes,
A week.
that's very quick.
A week, yeah.
What has been one of the biggest stories you've covered during that time?
Well, that's hard. I think, that's hard. But if I should choose one based off national attention, based off profile, it would have to be Tivoli in 2010. Yeah, I don't
So
think there
you
was
covered
anything.
that one?
I was right there.
Oh my gosh.
In the center, in the heart of it, parents calling and say,
Why are you there?
why are you out there? Do you have friends going, Lord, I'm worried for you? But it's that perhaps is the biggest story I've ever
Were you
covered.
scared at any point during
Of
that
course.
time?
Of course. It was it's one of those things that it's not your regular shooting and you go on the scene after the fact. It's not a demonstration that you go, and you interview people. This is not a sit down. This is live. This is movie. It's the kind of scenes you, as a young person, you watch and you see on CNN in Baghdad and Fallujah and wherever else that were hot, zones at the time, where you see news reporters in somewhat compromising positions, and you go, wow. And it was on your doorstep. It was now happening to
So
you.
that it's no longer wow, it's
Yeah, but funny, there's this adrenaline though that kicks in, that it's about getting the story and about getting the best story.
wow.
And it's perhaps sometimes afterwards you go,
Yeah, that
and you
just
take
happened.
that just happened. But in the moment, it's okay. This is happening. I need to capture this. I need to write this down. I need to, cameraman. I need you to get this. I need you to get that. And you get caught up in the moment, and I think it's afterwards you go, whoa.
That just happened.
That
All of
happened.
that. All of that.
Yes.
So you've transitioned from TV, being a TV anchor, and now you are the corporate and public affairs manager at the NHT.
Mm-hmm.
Some people call you Mr. NHT.
Oh boy.
The man from NHT.
NHT man.
NHT, right?
Yes.
But how different would you say the two positions are?
I initially I thought it would have been a world of a difference. I thought I would have a more slow pace. It's no longer getting a call in the middle of the night. A plane crashed, overshot the runway at Norman Manley International Airport. We need you out there. So I thought I was moving away from that fast-paced life into something a bit more boring, a bit more predictable. But boy, was I wrong. It's still, at the heart of it, is still storytelling. That you have a brand story to tell, and it's one of those brands that means so much to so many Jamaicans, that it's a story that you never get tired of telling. The persons who want to hear the story, they're so diverse. It's just like reporting, in a sense that I never know which customer I'm going to meet today. I never know which aspect of the company's business I'm going to be called upon to explain today. And in some ways, in those ways, it's still a little unpredictable. And I think the tenets are still the same. You always have to be prepared and to go out and do your best. But so much for a slow-paced life. Not
That's
quite.
not happening.
Not quite.
If you should look at your career in the last, 10 to 15 years, what would you say is the highlight of your career? Yeah, that was a hard one, yes.
Yeah. Of all the questions I thought you'd ask me today, I didn't expect that to be one. What was the highlight? Oh boy. It's funny, but it's I remember one day I came into work at CVM and there was a letter on my desk. It was a card, handwritten, and it was from a lady in Spalding, Manchester. And she sent me a handwritten letter to say she asks her grandson every night to come and sit with her and watch TV and watch me on TV. And you get the awards, you get the accolades, you write a story sometimes and you listen back to it and you go, no man, I was in my bag when I wrote that. But that it spoke volumes to me, because it meant that persons were watching, and not just watching the craft, not watching the skill, but saw you as a role model, someone to be emulated. That was a highlight for me. That's something I'll always remember.
That's a very interesting story, and it speaks to your heart. It's not just about a job, it's about how you're impacting lives.
Yeah, and it's something I take even now into my current role, that when a customer says, hey, I'm having this challenge, I want to pursue this home ownership thing and I really don't know where to start. And I take time out to whether have a conversation or to guide them, and then a few months later you get a call that says, Mr. Berbick, thanks for picking up my keys today. That's a beautiful moment. And I live for those moments. I live for the moments when I was on television where persons would say, okay, that was a good story. I rate a story that you, or no, where customers say, thanks for the advice you gave me. Impact. It matters far more than the awards and the glam and the being in the spotlight. I could do without all of that. Just allow me to do the work quietly and get the results.
So I have a question for you. You are one of the few young people that's not on social media. Are you secretly 90 years old? Like, what is up with that? Because I've seen the ladies saying, what's his handle? And they're like, he's not here. Why?
I have not, and this is going to date me. The last social media platform I was on was Facebook. I don't think I've been on social media since perhaps 2010. And it was a personal conscious decision that I had now moved into a space where it came with a lot of attention, and that was fine, but I felt at the time that, to use Jamaican parlance, people take liberty with you. People think that because you're in the public space, they can say anything about you. They can, whether it's true or not, they can address you in any way. They can come under your status and say anything they want to say, and that's fine, because you're in the public space. You should be able to take that comes with it. And I realized from early that just wasn't doing well for my mental health. It wasn't.
Wow.
I would take those comments personal, very personal, and I just pull back.
That's actually very interesting and insightful. I'm coming off social media.
Yeah, and since then, it's been over 10 years. I perhaps could could go back. No, I'm a different person. No, I'm a little bit more mature. If you rush me, I can clap back.
Oh.
But at the same time, I'm like, what? Am I missing anything? Not really.
Not really.
Not really.
What can we expect from Dwayne Berbick in the next 5 to 10 years? Did you expect that question?
No. No. Why? Because I don't know myself. I believe in dreaming, achieving that dream, and when you've achieved that, to dream again. I'm waiting on the next chapter. I'm not sure what that next chapter is, but I'm open and I'm listening as to what
The next direction is.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to sleep so you can get the next dream.
You know, when I shot asleep, I go to my bed 9 o'clock every night and I'm up at 4:30.
So now we know he's 90 years old and that's why he's not on social media.
I don't feel no, rest is important. And I mean, I have a nice morning routine. I get up, I go for a 5K jog, or I go to the gym or something like that. So I need rest. So 4 hours, 5 hours, if I'm grumpy, I'm miserable, I'm not most productive. So I don't compromise on that.
Okay. That's understandable.
Word of advice, go to your bed 9 o'clock. I get up early.
Yes. What time you get up?
4:30.
Oh dear goodness.
4:30. And it works because by the time I get into the office 8:39, I've set my day, I've responded to all my emails. I can deal with what comes with the day because the things I had planned for today, I was able to check off before the world is up.
Okay. So, you know that we like to play games here on Meek at Heart.
This is a part that I dreaded. This is a part that made me never sleep last night.
Oh my gosh!
Yes.
Is that bad? Are
you want
no.
Yeah.
No, that may be a game and yeah.
Bring it on.
Just breathe. It's not that bad. The game is called It's Just 3. Sound bad, right? Easy peasy.
Are you?
So I'm going to ask you a question. You have 5 seconds in which to answer. When the time is up, I will indicate by clicking the bell.
Okay.
Does the bell give you a heart attack? Does it make your heart race?
My blood pressure just went up a little bit. Yeah.
So try to get as many questions as you possibly can.
Okay.
First one. Name 3 things you want to do but you can't do.
Skydive because I'm afraid of heights. Deep diving because I'm afraid of deep water. And sing because I can't.
That was good. Very good. Skydiving?
Yeah.
You want to?
I would love to, but I can't.
Just do it.
No.
Just do it. Just go out there. Fall.
No.
All right. Name 3 things you do before bed.
The 5 second start?
Yes!
Oh, sorry.
What would you say?
All right. Before bed, I listen music. That's 1. I'm a mama's boy, so I'm going to check in with mommy.
Aww.
And 3, I do something that's going to relax me a little. Usually, of late, I play Xbox. And I spend an hour or so just to unwind. And then I start getting to
I don't see you as an Xbox person, but are you good at it at all?
Yeah, man, I'm a Mortal Kombat. I'll fatality you.
90 years old. All right. Name 3 things you can ride.
A bike, a bicycle, and an elevator.
Name 3 things you can't go a day without.
Ooh. Oh, yes.
Oh my gosh. You have some things in your mind. Please tell me.
I'm not sure what.
Your phone? You can do without it?
I'll turn that off.
Water?
I'm not a big water drinker.
Bathing?
Well,
I'd hope so.
I was not thinking bodily functions and, just general things, but Really, what? I guess it would have to come down to those things.
You're not doing very well at this game, by the way.
You know, no expectations, no disappointments. I didn't expect to do very well.
Okay. Let's see if you'll improve with these others. Name 3 fruits that describe you.
Pineapple, mango, and
And what? What was the other one?
strawberries.
Strawberries?
And that's pretty much
Why?
me just listing the fruits I love.
That don't quite describe you, but you like
If I
them.
should play on them though, pineapples, cause
You're sweet and
they
sour.
look kind of sweet. What did I say?
Mangoes.
Cause
Yellow?
okay, fine, you win. They can't spin. I guess not everything I can spin.
No, not at all. Name 3 gifts you'd re-gift.
Where you get them questions there from? No, like seriously, like
You don't want people to know, say you re-gift them gift. That's why you don't want to
I
answer.
would never regift. I've never regifted.
Really?
No. I no, never.
But what if you don't like the gift?
I keep it.
And do what with it?
I keep it.
Oh dear.
I may never use it, but I don't think I've ever regifted anything. It's because someone made an
effort to get this for you.
and thought of me when doing this. So no.
All right. Name 3 things that are big.
House, land, and ambition. I'm playing it safe.
Oh my gosh, you are! I can't get you! That's just so sad! All right, and the last one. Name 3 things you'd say if you forget someone's name.
Big man, beautiful lady, youth.
Youth. All right, and I brought up 3 of the best moments of your life.
You have to give me more than 5 seconds for that.
Aww.
You
He
have to
really
give me
wants to
more.
cry.
You have to give me more than 5 seconds for this one. 3 of the best moments of my life. I said I'm a mama's boy, right? You're the best moments of my life.
Yes, you are. Yes, you did.
Seeing my mom get baptized, that was just like a big deal.
When was that?
That was 2006. Why? Because I always have to go to church because my mother said I should go, not because she was going.
Wow.
So, I developed a particular kind of affinity and appreciation for faith and spirituality. And I was like, but what go on?
Yeah. So you are sending me to do this, but you're not exactly.
So seeing that was a big moment for me. Another big moment.
Did you cry?
I perhaps did.
Okay.
Yeah. My mother will make me ball easily. Yeah.
Mhm.
Easily. Another big moment for me. Becoming a homeowner was a big one. Yeah. And another, I would say, graduating from university for the first time. We have a problem in this country where boys aren't expected to do well. Leave the book thing for the girls, that kind of thing. And when you look around, there aren't that many examples, at least for me when I was growing up, there weren't that many examples of men who were doing it. And so I felt a bit of pride being able to accomplish that one. Yeah.
Well,
we're done already?
yes,
You sure?
Yes, that is what I want. I want you to want more.
That stressed me out.
Well, I have a little something for you.
Ooh.
Even though you did not answer a lot of questions, I still have this Mika Tart
Ooh.
shirt for you. And I made sure it's sleeveless so you can show them biceps. So here you go. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so very much for your gift, and thanks very much for having me. I don't think I've ever done this before, like sit down and talk about myself. It's usually So this is
Yeah,
a
this is
first.
a first.
Yeah.
There's
Thank you.
always that. Well, thanks for coming.
Pleasure was mine.
Today's show is sponsored by Make Your Mark, where you can get resumes that allow you to stand out from the crowd. Email them at makeyourmarkjm@gmail.com. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe so that you'll be the first to know when we post new content. And always remember, you can be the light that fights against the shadows.